What's up, everybody? Tim here with Shields Motor Car Customs. Guys, I have an exciting video to drop for you tonight, okay? We are going to talk about some details that you can add to your kit, to your build, to make it look a little bit more realistic. And these are literally just things that I do. They're not professional. They're not anything to, write a novel or an instruction manual about, but I really think that it could possibly help you add a little bit of detail to your build. So guys, don't go anywhere. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't go anywhere, because I think this is going to be a good video, and I'm excited to show you how I, not how to, but how I do a little bit of detail work. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, so here we are. I wanted, again, to drop a video, and I want to talk a little bit about how I add some details to my builds. Now, these are not like extravagant, ooh-ah kind of details. These are just easy, simple, quick little details that most of you maybe already know about. Some of you may not. But these are just things that I've kind of picked up through building kits and just kind of letting my brain go places. And like I said, they're all simple, easy, quick details that anybody can do on your build. So again, if you're starting out in this hobby or getting back into this hobby and you're wanting to just kind of make your kits or your builds look a little bit more realistic, these may work for you. So I'm going to start off with just talking about the obvious things, right? So one of the things that I find best and easiest for adding those details are literally metallic markers. Guys, you can literally pick up metallic markers anywhere. Okay, so these are all metallic markers. Okay, right? So I got these at Dollar General. They are the Crafter's Closet brand. Like I said, go down the little aisle there in Dollar General, the craft aisle, and you can pick these up, guys. These are amazing. The two that I use the most, well, actually three, I guess, are obviously metallic black, gold, and silver. Guys, these three markers literally get me through a lot of builds. I've had them for a while. They last a long time. Obviously, I use these two probably the most. So let me just kind of show you kind of what I have used these markers on. So here is a radiator. This is the radiator for my 55 Nomad that I'm building. Literally used the metallic silver marker and was able to add just some small detail, right? Just little details that, again, it's just easier to do with a metallic marker. Now, of course, you can use a brush and use some Testors metallic silver, okay? But again, this is just a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. And for me, you can basically add, or I can add detail with minimum mistakes, right? So that is a must whenever you're using metallic marker. So for instance, this is a battery, right? Here's a battery. This is one of the things that I use my metallic markers for the most. Now, let's go ahead and let me just kind of show you what I'm talking about. So you can literally take these markers. And again, these are just little details that help make your builds look a little more realistic. So with just a gold and a metallic silver marker, you can go in and create some really cool, realistic details. There you go. Right? So again, guys, I talk about this a lot because, again, these are, in my opinion, a must to have if you're working on model kits and you're interested in adding some little details. So here are some brake discs and calipers that I use my metallic markers on. Yeah. So again, you can use these things to add a lot of realistic details. Another good thing to have is a liquid chrome pen, guys. Liquid chrome pens are very, very important because, again, whenever you are messing around with your chrome tree or a piece of chrome scratches or chips, you can always go back and touch these up. Again, chrome is important in a build because your chrome pieces are literally what adds the most details to your build. So it's important to have one of these for touch-up reasons, so on and so forth. Okay. Just to kind of show you some detail work on an engine that a chrome pen or metallic markers can do. You can go in and hit those little fine details, and it really makes them look a little bit more realistic. Again, these are simple, easy things, guys. This isn't like a pro tip. This is just simple. Oh, okay, well, markers. You can find those anywhere, right? So, again, very good thing to have under your tool belt. So as you can see, I used metallic yellow or gold. So again, guys, easy stuff. Nothing, it's not brain surgery. Another thing that adds a lot of detail, obviously, you can pick up some black wash. Black wash works good, but if you don't have black wash at your disposal and you have a grill, right, you can use really fine tip brushes. Okay, these are good to have. Pick you up some fine tip brushes because what these allow you to do is get into those little bitty spots, okay, to add that black, okay, to make it look a little bit more, again, realistic, right? So fine brushes, get in there. I mean, they make different sizes. You can pick these up pretty cheap. But again, fine tip brushes are important. And again, good old Testors Black. Again, if you don't have black wash, just you can get some Testors Black. You can thin it out. I recommend thinning it out a little bit. Makes it a little bit more applicable, easier to apply into those tight spaces too with these fine tip brushes. So, so these chrome pins. Let me just kind of show you. So here's a steering wheel that I have painted with Dave & Buster Blue. This is for the 55. Let me just show you a little bit of what this chrome pin can be used for. So you can see you got the shifter, right? Got that shifter right there. Let me kind of touch this up a little bit. Again, you're looking for that realistic detail. This is always the awkward silence. But just take your chrome pin, and hit that shifter knob. It's actually so amazing what kind of detail that brings out. Again, there you go. You can also come here and hit the little chrome on the steering wheel. Can't really get in there too good, but like you get the point, right? Get in there, use these chrome pins. Obviously, I gotta go back in there and kind of hit that a little bit better. But again, these markers are important for situations like this to add that realistic detail. So again, get yourself a liquid chrome pin. These have the fat tip and it also has the fine tip. So very important to have. You could also pick you up a fine tip permanent marker. These are nice to have. And of course, just a plain old black Sharpie. Okay, great for touch up. Great for touch up. Let's see, what else? So, also, chrome pins work good to hit those silvered buttons, knobs, dials. Great for dash detail, guys. Great for dash detail. Just again, little things that really add detail to your build. So, last but not least, guys, one of my favorite things to do to add some realistic detail to your kits is wheels. Okay, for me, my opinion is wheels really make a kit look great, right? It's like one of those finishing decisions you make on a build is what kind of wheels do I want to put on this car or truck? I mean, it's the same situation with a real vehicle. So, as you can see, we have straight out of the box wheel or tire. What I like to do, guys, is go and pick yourself up a fingernail file right here. Fingernail file. So, one of my biggest things that I like to do is I like to make tires look realistic. Okay? Tires roll on pavement. They are not going to be shiny black. Okay? They're not going to be shiny black. They're going to be like that. Okay? That's what toys look like. So what I like to do is I take a fingernail file and I literally go and brush along or hit alongside the tires. And like I said, some of you guys have probably seen this done before. It might not be a new thing for you. It might be something that you already do. But what I like to do is I go through, let me just show you real quick. I go through and I hit these tires. I want these things to look like they've been rolling on the pavement. Okay. This isn't a toy, right? This is a model. We're trying to make this look realistic. We want it to look like an actual vehicle. I said it. So go through, hit it a couple times, go around it a few times. Make that thing look like it's done a few burnouts. Okay? That's my opinion. So now you have this shiny black tire. Right? Then you have, oh no. No. Then you have a realistic tire. See the difference? So again, that's a quick, fun way to add a little bit of realistic detail to your build. I love it. I do it a lot. I do it quite a bit, actually. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened to that. Let me just take one out of this one. So again, guys, it looks really cool. Looks like a real tire now. Okay, and again, you can go over as many times as you want, as long as you don't basically erase the tread. You don't want to erase the tread. You just want to hit it enough to make it look like, again, it's rolled on pavement. I do this to most every one of my builds. Obviously, some I'm not going to do, like this one for the 37 Custom Ford. I'm going to leave those tires nice and shiny because the theme for that build is I am making it like a showroom car, right? So we want those tires to look pretty shiny and pretty new. So I'm going to keep them that way. So, I mean, I don't do it on every build, but most of my builds, I do it. I did it on this one, right? I hit those tires. I just think, again, it adds that realistic detail and it really just adds to your build. As far as adding more detail, guys, again, you have Tester's paint at your disposal. So many things you can do with Tester's paint. So many things that you can do with your chrome pen as well. For instance, here is the tailgate for, I have not cleared it yet, so I haven't put any chrome on it. But here's the tailgate for the 55. All those pieces are going to need chrome. You can either do bare metal foil, aluminum foil, you can go that route, or you can literally tape those off and just use your liquid chrome pen. Guys, I'm telling you, if it's done correctly and you take your time, it looks just as good. So that's it, guys. That is the few things that I do to my builds that adds that extra detail. It's not hard. It's really simple. And like I said, guys, it just takes some time. You just got to go through, take the time, add that little detail. I mean, that right there changes the entire look of the steering column. And then once I finish that out, it's really going to add to that steering wheel. So, guys, get it done. Get you, like I said, get yourself a chrome pin and just have fun. Just make it look as realistic as you want.